gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Crypto Night Show. Your Superman in the house. And look at my Superman cowlick today. That was natural. I just saw it now. Isn't that cool? See, it really is amazing. Superman is here. Clark Kent has disappeared. Where's he gone? I don't know, but here is Superman. I hope you guys enjoy yourself. Yeah, we had PulseChain conference yesterday. Day one, I was on there. It was kind of cool. Matty Allen did a good job of that, and Richard Hart reposted it. Pretty awesome. They got day 2 on right now, and then just day 3 on tomorrow. But here we are with the weekly PulseChain update here on the Crypto Night Show. So I hope you enjoy it. We're going to look at the markets. You guys know I like to get into the nitty gritty of PulseChain and get straight into it. Yeah, if you haven't shared the show, smash the show out. And of course, you have to just repost it on X. That really helps a lot. So get out there, folks, and get going. Cool stuff happening. And of course, we're going to talk about all that. Without further ado, I can see myself. On, as well. So let's get into it. Without further ado, get into the chat there. We're going to kick it off, of course, with the markets. So let's go full screen for that. And here we are. So we got at the moment crypto total market cap on a lazy Sunday in New Zealand. It's currently Saturday, of course, in the northern hemisphere. We've got the total market cap at 4.05 trillion. It is up 0.2%. So we actually got a bit of a green day so far. That's pretty good. 18,184 coins on CoinGecko, so that's slowly creeping up. And the total price of Bitcoin now is 117,518. That's flat right now. And then we've got Ethereum at the moment. Let me just refresh this to make sure we've got the latest and greatest, actually. Sometimes it can get caught a bit. I don't know. So yeah, we're flat there at the moment. Ethereum at the moment, 4,423 after that nice little rally. What did we get to? Close to 4,800 or something? Down 0.3%. We got XRP right now. Is at $3.11, up 0.9%. We got BNB at number 5, up 1.4% at $840. We got Solana there at number 6, up 2.2% at $190, let's say. And then number 8, we got Doge up 1.1% to 23 cents. Cardano there, which flipped Tron out right the other day, was it yesterday? I think it was. Is down 2.5%, and that is sitting at 92 cents. But the market cap between Tron and Cardano, not too huge, relatively speaking. So we'll see how that goes with the old flippenings. It's always a major theme during the bull market, isn't it? The flippenings. We got Q-Baller in house there. Morning all. Good to see you, Q-Baller. Welcome. Get into the chat there, folks. Get engaged, as we say. And yeah, that's pretty much it on the top. Who's the best performer? Well, it looks like Solana there is the best performer there, up at 2.1%. And of course, we know Raoul Paul is highly invested in Solana. Something, is that Solana? I don't think it's Solana. I thought it was PulseChain, but it could be wrong. And that's a lot too. So we got who else there? We got the best performer in the last week is also Solana, up 4.6%. The worst performer is XRP, down 4.4% from the looks of it. I know Doge is even worse, 4.6% negative in the last week. So looking at the last whole week, since we're doing a weekly review for PulseChain and crypto, we've got OKB up 140%. Isn't that awesome? Mantle there is up at 29%, number 2. Cardano is one from the top 10, is up 13.6%. Qcoin is up 11% there. And Flare is number 5, up 6.5%. I guess we should do the worst performer, right? Let's have a look at that. Well, assuming they haven't bumped out of the top 100, then these are the worst performers this week. We got SPX 6900 is down 25%. Sky down 13.8%. So that's Maker, isn't it? Sky's Maker, I think it is. Yep. And Pudgy Penguins, of course, was worth I think was it 4.4 billion in the last market. Is up 2 billion at the moment. So it's had quite a bit of recovery. Old Pudgy Penguins. We know Tom Lee likes like this. He's got one on his desk. We got number 4 there is Story IP up down 12.4%, and number 5 down is Bonk. So meme coins hit quite a bit, of course, in this sort of little pullback here. I guess that's typical what happens. It's a leverage play, right? These meme coins, and those meme coins are sitting at number 63 for Pudgy and 72 for Bonk. So there we go. All right, so that is the top 100. Looking at the top 1,000, we've got Carteezy Wazir and Ruggiera. Is it Ruggiera? They're all in the top 1,000 top gainers right now. Let's have a quick look at them. Katizi there is number 569 in the top 1,000. And you can see it's been around. So I've got to make sure I got the max on this time. Fallen for that sometimes when I've done the weekly. Been around since 2020. So it's been around a long time. April 2020. So that was kind of when Hex was having its first God mode candle somewhere around there, wasn't it? So that was pretty cool. But yeah, just a little bump off the bottom right now. So we were down at about 6.3 cents. We're now at 9.9 cents. So about a 50% gain there. And of course, that's on Ethereum. Let's have a quick look at the website as we do. Any code Ethereum security. There we go. Build app chain rollups with languages, libraries, and tools. So there we go. That is the website there. Let's go to the next one, of course, and have a look at that. So the next one is Wazir X. Let's see what that one is, see if it's new or not. It's been around, it's number 919 in the top 1,000. It's been around since when? Since February 14. So another one that's been around since 2020, even earlier. This is getting February there. It's getting close to the rug pull project. Remember that? I just can't remember the name off the top of my head. I've got it over on another browser, but that was pretty gruesome. Everyone flooding the Hex into that protocol, and of course it got rugged. Let me know in the chat if you guys remember. I've just forgotten the name off the top of my head. It's been like how many years? 5 years or something. But that is the play, and yeah, that was about a month. Yes, February 6th, a month after the all-time low for Hex. Right? That was that quadruple 056 or something like that. So that is the play. And it looks like we've bounced a little bit off the top there, 5.3 cents up to 5.8. This is on its own exchange. Not sure what that one is. Let's have a quick look at the site there for WazirX or exec.com. India Bitcoin Exchange. So there we go. If you're in India, you're pretty familiar with that. Let's go have one more look. Not sure if Mr. Farage is out there. We got also Ruggiera. That's in the mix as well. So we've got a lot of 2020 coins. That's pretty unusual. 500. It's number 525. And it's been around not too long from the looks of it. Yeah, June. So we have got a recent one here, June 25th. So a couple of months. It's just come off the bottom at 85 cents, currently at $1.35, but did rally to $1.50. And this is also on the Indian exchange. So there we go. Looks like. And so let's have a quick look at the website as well. Into the Omniverse. And on Omniverse there, building Omni-chain DeFi rails for humans and machines. So there we go. Not too bad. That's looks like the related Indian one as well. So that is pretty much the mark on the CoinGecko. So yeah, we're sitting at 4.05 trillion, and Bitcoin at the moment is at 117,400, looking pretty strong, to be honest. After that move to 24,000, which was live on the show, which was pretty neat. And Ethereum at 44.25 right now, waiting for that next move. We're going to talk about the big moves that happened on the 15th, since we're now on, I guess, the 16th. So 2 days ago. So we're going to talk about that. Wookie's in the house there. Wookie the Taurus Slayer. Wookie is on the golf listening to Super. That's pretty awesome. Hope you got me up on the big golf screen there outside the clubhouse. That would be pretty cool. And everyone can look. That'll be neat. All right. Jokes aside, let's have a look at Bitcoin Zoom. And no, seriously, I hope you have. Okay. We got the Bitcoin Zoom there, and we're pretty much trading above the 50-day moving average. Look at that, bouncy, all the way to glory. And the 50-day moving average is now at a whopping $115,000. Isn't that awesome? And the 200 at 102,800. So we're looking really good. The Golden Cross playing out pretty nicely, and it looks like Trump is going to have all the trade deals. So there's 6 major countries that are still don't have a final deal. So they're ranging from Canada all the way through to China. So they're not quite finalized. They've got some good progress happening, but we're not expecting them to all wrap up until October now. So that's the play. So we're not expecting them to really wrap up to October. So we're going to move this here to October I guess let's do it the 15th at this stage. And so October the 15th, that's when we're expecting trade deals to be wrapped up. So we're just going to bundle them all up now. Trade deals, I guess negotiation period ends. That's it. So they're really going to be getting it all done and dusted by that time. What happened there? What happened? Oh, yeah, there we go. So that is what they're expecting by, and I'm going to put it mid-October at the moment. So that's expected to be done by October. So those last 6 big major countries, obviously all the little countries pretty much get told what's the access, which we've already had that letter. So we've got 6 more countries there really that are still processing at different rates of progress there. So that's kind of the play there. Obviously, we're expecting interest rate cut. 25 basis points is kind of where we are at the moment in the market. And then, of course, we've got the crypto, getting more crypto regulation. We'd obviously just had the SEC around rules and regulations coming out, supporting crypto. And, of course, potentially the tokenization of, the stock market too onto crypto also, probably principally Ethereum if that wins out the day. So that is the mark right now. And, of course, we're expecting more crypto regulations and reports coming in through September and October as well. So it really has been pretty exciting for crypto with, probably 4 or 5 months of, crypto work to come out and support crypto. So it's game on. I think it's going to be good for crypto. So that's kind of the major stuff there. And, of course, we've got, everything in place. So let's have a look at Ethereum. Before we do, actually, we should go to look at the ETFs. The ETFs have been a bit mull, We saw the ETFs there. 15th, we had a negative outflow, 14 million. But before that was slightly green for the rest of the previous days, a couple $100 million. But certainly Ethereum's taken all the limelight, right? Ethereum's taken all the limelight. So we're going to get into that. And we'll come back to that in a minute. Let's actually, how far down we're going to go down here? Just looking for, no, it doesn't have that. So we're going to come back to that in a minute. But let's go have a look at Ethereum and ETH price, of course, doing some pretty awesome things. And let's have a look at the chart there. So that is the Ethereum chart, looking pretty good. We had a golden cross. We passed the PulseChain break-even point for the PulseChain sacrifice reserve or strategic ETH reserve, as I say. And we rallied all the way up. Can you believe it? To 4,800. Was that high? Yeah, 47.92 on Coinbase. So 47.92. Let's call it just 4,800. Just shy of the all-time high, which is 48.36. Was it 48.36? I think so. Let's go scroll all the way back. Let's cheat. Let's go all the way back here. And actually, we might have to go way further back. All the way back here. And we can find that top candle. 48.67, so not 36. 48.67 was the all-time high there on Coinbase. So 48.67. Let's try to remember that down to the dollar. Let's go remember. So that is kind of where we are right now, and it's really going to just start ramping up, right? To start ramping up. So we're looking pretty good there. Now, what's the averages? So 50-day is at 3,625, and the 200 days at 2,900. So almost over 3,000 for the 200-day, and it really is game on. So it's pretty cool. All right, so let's jump over to the ETH reserves, ETH ETFs, and have a look at those in correspondence. And we can see that they've been having a good time. Look at that, a good time there. And we're going to do US dollars. And we can see that, we had a little bit of, on the 15th, we had a little bit of exit of money. Net inflow was negative $60 million. But before that, we'd been having 700 million. So all the money was, instead of Bitcoin getting all the money coming through the ETFs, it flipped. And Ethereum was getting all the money. How about that? Awesome, eh? Some huge money coming into Ethereum there through the ETF. So pretty bullish. And, of course, that narrative continues, right? That narrative continues. So let's go through and have a look at where the strategic ETH reserves are, because we had some major news, right? We had some major news on the 15th, so the end of last week. Hexavator's in the house. Hey, gang, good to see Hexavator. Big shout out. And we had some major news. I mean, look at it. Sharp link there. Look at that. We had, on the 15th, we had a whole ton of additions there with Ink Chains Group. Got bought another 1,800, which is $8 million. But the big one there, of course, is SharpLink, 206,500 ETH. Isn't that awesome? That is $912 million. So almost $1 billion worth of Ethereum there from SharpLink. Isn't that awesome? 206,000. And of course, that puts SharpLink now at it was already number 2, but it's gone from 500,000 to 728,000 ETH now. And this is exactly what we said would happen. Obviously, we've been monitoring it, and that is what's happening there. So we're moving up. It's getting close, trying to track down that Bitmine. But of course, Bitmine's going for 6 million coins. They put that $25 billion raise in the SEC. And of course, the SharpLink's looking, as far as we know, the target is a 1 million. So it's not nearly as aggressive. But hey, look, once they get there, you just never know, right? You just never know. And then we've got the ETH machine. I'm not aware of a disclosed target, for ETH machine. But definitely Sharplink was $1 million as far as I recall, and 6 million for Bitmine. So that's the mark. So we've got lots of buying to be coming forward for us. Now we know that Tom Lee says, well, he would rather the price just stays flat for 5 years because that way they could increase their position really, really cheap. And then the price go up. But of course, they're helping the price to go up. So that's going to be very, very unlikely given the amount of millions that they're going to buy, right? So it's just up and to the right. And therefore, he's talked about $15,000, $16,000 by the end of the year, right? By the end of the year. So that is pretty much it right now. So pretty huge. And then we've got the Ethereum Foundation slowly bleeding out a little bit, right? So and so is the Arbitrum DAO as well, bleeding out ETH. Look at another 1,100 ETH, $5 million. So I guess they're paying their staff, are they? They're paying their staff for I don't know, good times. For working, of course. Working is highly good. So yeah, we got Ethereum there is 231,000, and then we've got the PulseChain SAC there, or PulseChain SAC Strategic Reserve, as they call it, is sitting at number 5, looking still strong. And of course, Richard highlighted that this week, right? How good that was. We got DGen Hexkin in the house there, Superman, lots of love. I appreciate that, DGen. We got Hexagrader says PulseChain equals massive gains. It certainly does. Woohoo! Let's go. Love the excitement. Hexagrader is absolutely crushing it these days. Superman is our chaperone for the ride of our life. Yeah, that's true. We're sharing the journey together. Sharing the journey together. All right. So, yeah, it's pretty awesome. We got Coinbase there at number 6, 136,000 bit digital with number 7, another treasury acquisition vehicle. Anyone with the T's on them. Treasury acquisition vehicles at 120,000. Mantle at number 8, 101,000. Golem at number 9 has got 100,000. So we've got 9 now with 100,000, of course. And number 10 there is ETHZilla, right? ETHZilla there, which jumped there last week. And that is up there at number 10. And they're looking to raise another $5 billion. So actually, no, it was Nexus, wasn't it? No, Nexus is down at number 14. They got 47,000. They're raising another $5 billion. But I suggest to you that all these companies are going to start ratcheting up their capital raises all into the end of the year and into the beginning of next year. One of the features that we're seeing is just like they're all basically copying Michael Saylor's strategy with some twists for each of them. So they do, got different, slightly different ambitions, but they are basically going super fast, right? Bitmine talked about going 12 times faster than strategy, which would mean that if it took a strategy 5 years to get their position of 0.75% or something, close to 1%, close to 1% or something like that, supply, was it 560,000 Bitcoin? Then was it 3.5%? Maybe it's 3.5%. 3.5% supply. Then they're going to do it faster, and so therefore, not only do they have to do it faster, so they can't wait around for a flat price. They've got to really accumulate because we've got all these other competitors coming in, right? So they're trying to do it fast for value, just like Michael Saylor did it with Bitcoin. And they also got to do it fast because of all these other people coming in to buy Ethereum as well. And of course, they want to get it as cheap as possible. So they're kind of forced to get it quick. And so it helps them for their valuation with the MNAV. It helps them in market price, but also helps them against the competitors, right? So everyone's racing there right now. And of course, we saw that most recently with Sharplink there on the 15th. They're buying another 200,000. So it's game on, right? Game on. And then we got the people coming up from the bottom there, raising $5 billion like Nexus, wanting to come into the big boys as well. And that would put them up in there, somewhere close to a million ETH, around a million ETH there. So we'll see how that gets on as well. So kind of cool. 1.2 million ETH right now, 5 billion. So if they can buy, obviously they're going to push the price up quite a bit. So that's the play. So, OTC deals probably get exhausted and they have to buy on the market. We're seeing some of the players talking about buying on the market. So it definitely looks like, unless you got some contacts, you're buying on the market. So that's it. And we do see, of course, with Bitmine, we see some of the existing crypto companies, like ARK and what was it? I always say Kathy Griffith, but it's not Kathy Griffith. Crazy. But the Griffith, that the one I'm talking about, Kathy somebody. And so she's up there. And so, yeah, it was pretty crazy. Now, we did see about the US government not buying. There was a big talk about, US government's not buying. Sitting it down at number 13 here with the confiscated Bitcoin. There's obviously an estimate. But they are going to be buying. Scott Bessent put out explicit statements saying they're still buying a Bitcoin based on net budget, right? So on neutral budget, I should say. So the US government is still in the game for potentially buying crypto. And of course, we're going to probably see some of that coming out in the next few months from their work that they're doing on their digital strategy. They are going to be looking at different options like public-private partnerships with miners and things like that. There's all sorts of options that they could be looking at with that are budget neutral. So we're looking forward to that coming out September, October, and that's why Scott Besson had to come down and clarify that, right? Clarify that for the US government position. So we'll see what exactly how to decide to do that. Now, obviously, if they want to really, this is around the altcoin stockpile, right, for the US government. But for Bitcoin, of course, with the Bitcoin strategic reserve, they, probably better off buying a strategy right off the market. It's probably the better bet because to buy, a ton, depending on how much they're wanting to buy a ton of Bitcoin, presumably for the idea of maybe netting out the government debt of 37 trillion, they would push the price up. The price would get pre-run. It would be pre-run by the market, and it would probably hit $1 million or something, the next day. So you've got issues like that going on. So that's some of the stuff happening at the moment. But the big story, of course, on the 15th, we had SharpLink buy 206,000, and even Chain's there buying another 1,800. So it's game on, guys, all the way into the end of the year and into the beginning of next year. As these guys are moving fast. That's one of the themes. They're moving fast and they're moving big. And so this is only up and to the right for the ETH price. And of course, we also have, a lot of ETH staked already, in Lido and stuff like that. So it's really is going to be pushing the price up and to the right there. Kind of cool. And if we get the interest rate cuts September 17th, then it's really truly is game on, right? So very exciting times ahead for all of us here in crypto. Of course, it's going to benefit all the EVM chains, and of course PulseChain, a full system state copy. Now, I don't know who's going to be doing it, but PulseChain itself, because it's a full system state copy of Ethereum, could also set up a similar idea, right? So don't know whether some of our American counterparts are thinking about that. Whether it's the Rack and Rochelle's of the world or Richard Hart's or anything like that are using their connections potentially with Donald Trump Jr. as Rack and Michelle's teased or what, but we're going to find out soon enough. The other thing during the week, we're going to probably pick that up as well about more PulseChain stuff. So hopefully that helps. Now, SBET there, SharpLink, of course, bought this here. SharpLink provided a treasury update in their Q2 financial results released this morning. And of course, that was pretty exciting, right? And let me just change view here. And of course, they looked at that. So SharpLink provided a treasury update in their Q2 financial results released this morning. The ETH holdings grew to 728,000. Likely deployed all treasury cash from direct offerings, but any additional ATM cash raises not stated. Total outstanding shares of 184 million. So obviously, they kind of raised shares in a stepwise manner on a 3.95 ETH concentration metric. Total NAV or net asset value at 3.38 billion, and NAV per share is at $18.31. Currently trading at 1.26 MNAV, and that is that premium, right, that we talk about. And the premium is related typically to what you'd get for staking it and earning income, and then times it might multiplier plus their liquidity and circulation turnover. So that's kind of the idea. And that's what we see down the bottom there, 1.26 right now with the MNAV premium in the market. So that was pretty cool. So we're getting a lot of cool stuff happening there in the market. Isn't it exciting? Another 200,000, bam. And I say week after week, we're getting these big purchases of Ethereum. Pretty exciting, right? Pretty exciting indeed. Now, don't forget to get in the chat there as well. And don't forget to share the show around. There it is there, share show on X. And that helps a lot. Bam, bam, bam. And I got my Superman curl. It's perfect. I didn't even plan it. I didn't groom it, didn't curl it. Just happened there. There's a Superman curl there. All right, nice. I've got to get the soundtrack. No, back on. Got to get the soundtrack. Very cool. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. All right. Now let me just pull up something here for because I forgot to preload it. But we're going to get into it. We're going to talk about it. It's going to happen. And I want to talk about it because it's pretty bullish. And so we're going to do that. Now, I'm not going to be talking about trading habits of people, but we're going to talk about new platforms, right? We're going to stay neutral on that. But let me just pick up some of these. So bam. All right, we're going to push that over and talk about that too. All right. Shall we do the markets first? Let's do the markets first, eh? Let's do market second. Do market second. We'll do news first on PulseChain, and then we'll do market second. I think that's the right way forward. We've got Mo Mindset in the house there. Hi, how are you? Hey, Mo Mindset. Big shout out. Hey, on behalf of the community, big shout out to all that you do. Mo, of course, has been featured in the Monster Thread several weeks as well because he's tirelessly out there pushing out his paintings and promotions. His paintings are very clever. If you haven't seen them, he's got pictures of Richard Hart, pictures of Donald Trump. And of course, he's been promoting those out at festivals, town squares, and many other things like that. So pretty awesome. So big shout out to you, Mo Mindset. People are noticing, and it's really exciting, and appreciate that what you're doing. Brendan's in the house there. Bread trucks are too big for digital devices, says Brennan. That's funny. Kathy Wood, super. Yeah. I always go Kathy Griffin. I don't know why. Kathy Griffin, that terrorizing leftist, but who can't sell out her own comedy show, right? Can't sell out, which is a good reason. Hopefully, people don't go watch a terrible comedy. But Kathy Woods, Kathy Woods, Kathy Griffiths, Kathy Griffins, Kathy Griffiths. The Griffiths is another actress. It's an actress, not a comedian. Anyway, so we're just best to avoid the topic, Brendan. Best to avoid the topic. All right, so shall we get into it? Richard Hart, let's do it. And I want to highlight this. Richard Hart, of course, putting out, so the PulseChain train is coming to town, passing all borders and breaking all resistances. Post exactly which things you like people most to be excited to know, including PulseX and Hex. If you're writing someone a heartfelt letter, what would you want them to know? Now, obviously there's a lot of different people in the world. And they have all sorts of differences with cryptos. Most people are ignorant. I think we can realize that. Just talk to most of your friends or family, and they're not in crypto. They have no idea what you're talking about, right? They might see Bitcoin on the news, possibly. I saw Bitcoin on the news. Oh yeah, Bitcoin. Yeah, Bitcoin. That's about it, as far as you get, right? And so it's a big learning curve. Now, when you got people that are already interested and go, I want to find out about crypto, that's a lot different, right? It's a lot easier person to talk to. And of course, you're then almost talking about onboarding, right? And just putting up what should I buy? You get a much different conversation. It's a complicated question if you think about it. But you got different audiences. You got to write to your audience, and there's so many sub audiences, right? So that's a clever one there. But the thing I would like about this was, how do you write to new people, no coiners, or people, writing to no coiners is a whole variety of no coiners, or writing to people that are, beginners in crypto, medium in crypto, advanced in crypto, expert in crypto. Experts in crypto obviously don't need too much stuff, but that is the idea. PulseChain train is coming to town, passing all barriers and breaking all resistances. Got to love that. And this is a very bullish. Now, we read this out the other day, but I just want to read it again just because, it's really a bullish sign from Richard, posting this out. So I thought we'd read this one more time. And of course, the PulseChain conference is on, as we said earlier. We're on day 2 right now. I think it's probably maybe 60% the way through or so. But day 1, he reposted that out, and over 10,000, I think, on the live stream at the time, which Matty Allen was pretty excited about. I think he said it was a record, but pretty big numbers. So exciting times there, and got people excited for Richard Hart coming. Back. Now, yesterday, of course, day 1, there were a lot of great people on the show. I thought it was a really great lineup. And so it was good to be on there as well. All right, so that is Richard Hart. Let's just jump out of that. I think that's all we're going to talk about Richard Hart. Oh, he did have a new post out today, so we'll scroll all the way up to the top there to have a quick look at that. I'm not sure how close it was. So that is the conference that was on yesterday. Day 2's on now. But he did put us out about Jurassic Park here. So it was cool. Sadly, 3 years because it died. So that was pretty much it. So that was from Richard today. But I wanted to get into some big news, and we sort of thought we'd start off with the news first, right? I thought we'd start off with the news first. Hexcrater says, seems rather symbolic, says Hexcrater. That mountain looks symbolic, says Brennan. Indeed. Indeed. So we got Hexscout came out with some big news. Now they did a raise. Went to the community for a raise of 50K to get this all happening. And breaking PulseChain just leveled up. One bold donor, so one person there really came in for the donation. One decisive move, fully funding secured. The PulseChain evolution is now entering its final implementation phase soon, and this is huge news for PulseChain. So This is really, really cool. And this is, we've had BankX, Ramp now. We've had Liberty Swap, right? These are all scaling up. The onboarding to PulseChain. We need that. We need a very fluid, multiple method way of getting on and off of PulseChain, particularly on PulseChain, of course. And so this is really at the right time, right place. So it's great to see all these big platforms being linked up. And today we have got another huge one. There's a mega one here. Soon, now what they say is full funding secured. PulseChain Evolution is now entering its final implementation phase. Soon, 150 chains will be connected. Now, we obviously have talked about Liberty Swap. They're doing 40 chains. And so now we've got another provider doing 150 chains, which is fantastic. And kudos to both of them. And they're both, got slight differences, right? So Liberty Swap we've seen this week add in DAI from Ethereum. So if you didn't know that, Liberty Swap now does DAI from Ethereum. So that's going to be really, really popular. Also gasless trades as well, I think from Base Chain, I think it is. So Liberty Swap really crushing it. But now we've also got Hexgut here getting another enabler. So we're going to have a new chain, 150 chains connected, 90% of crypto market liquidity unlocked, which is fantastic. It's got all those liquidities from other chains. It's going to be audited. It's audited. It's a transparent team. It's open source. It's 5-year battle tested as well, and fully decentralized. No middleman fees or zero middleman fees there. And that's not all. Ramp now. So we talked about Ramp now. Ramp now integration will connect the US market. Fastest ever 5-minute fiat on ramp to PulseChain. So that's huge, guys. Massive. And of course, global direct access via credit card, bank transfer, and more. So really ease of use there. This is fantastic. This is PulseChain's gateway moment in the making. From anywhere in crypto straight to PulseChain. This is huge, right? So we've got a direct ramp now. It's not onto another blockchain through a centralized exchange to a blockchain to PulseChain. It's not like that. So this is really, really exciting. This is PulseChain's gateway moment in the making. From anywhere in crypto straight to PulseChain. For beginners, it will be an easy as Amazon checkout. So this technically, if I'm interpreting this correctly, will be bypassing the official PulseChain bridge. So assuming that is correct, that's what that suggests there. That could be huge. Now, the way they might be doing, they may still be using the official bridge, but just doing liquidity pools as normal. So that probably may be the other way. It's probably the more likely way they're doing it. A major community-driven marketing campaign is on the horizon. Our work ensures it will have perfect foundation to convert because getting into PulseChain will be faster, easier, and smoother than ever before. Huge thanks to our generous donor for making this happen and sparing small investors from the heavy lift. PulseChain's gates opening, next phase is launched. The following timeline has now been agreed upon after discussions with Hyperlane. So Hyperlane is the new principal enabler that's allowing us 150 chains, and they're going to be working with Ramp now, which is fantastic. Obviously, Ramp now has been crushing it, bringing in USDC under PulseChain through the official bridge. So these are probably all doing that via that liquidity, and also working with Sol Sun Minimo, right? Our first big corporate on PulseChain. So that's kind of cool. So early next week, final contract signing with Hyperlane. Awesome. 2 weeks, Hyperlane integration process. And then 2 weeks thereafter, Ramp now integration to connect the US. So we're looking, mid-September now, which is the same time, as you guys know, the interest rates are done. So we're going to have the on-ramp at the same time. That's huge. That's awesome. And exciting times. The countdown has begun. It is entering the next era, and you're part of it. So awesome stuff there. Let's repost that. And fantastic news. Looks like launch same time as interest rate cuts. Let's go PulseChain. Am I still typing? Let's go PulseChain. 100 and what did it say? 150, wasn't it? 150 chains. 150 chains. 150 chains. Chains to PLS. Let's go. Covered on live show. All right, cool. So let's put a little emojis. You guys know me. Emoji. Do you guys know my emojis? Favorite emojis yet? Favorite emojis is fire emoji because I love burning things down. No, I'm just kidding. What's the other one? I like rocket emojis. I wish they had a better rocket though. The rocket's okay, but I like better emoji. And we'll go to party emoji. How about that? Party emoji. Got to have the emojis. So that is the play and awesome stuff. So nice. KG says this is great. are there any bridge dollar limits? So far, no limits have been imposed. So isn't that cool? So they're getting a pretty big liquidity there. Incredible, says KG. Kind of cool. So lots of cool stuff happening there. The topic of off ramps will be one of our next priorities for the PulseChain ecosystem. Stay tuned. Already in October 2025, we'll have the next surprises for you. They won't require any additional funding. So more stuff coming from them as well. The looks of it in October, so it'll be a month after. Not bad, eh? Not bad. Exciting stuff. So, that's awesome. All right, so let's just make sure everybody's awake. No, that was to celebrate the awesome news. So isn't that huge? That's fantastic, guys. That's mega news. That is a really huge news, and it only came out just a few hours. Well, it's a few hours ago. It came out 10 hours ago. 10 hours ago. There we go. That is from the Hex Scout, and of course, previously that they had raised the capital from that. So from anywhere to PulseChain and back in seconds. Pay only normal gas, no mystery tolls. 24/7 uptime, even when other routes jam. Ready to plug into the next big chain in moments. Isn't that awesome? It is fantastic, right? Right now the PulseChain highway exists, but for many travelers it feels like a single narrow road. So at times costly at others, and with only a few steps, that's about to change. We've been in direct talks with Hyperlane, a proven, secure. We might actually open that up, right? Secure, battle-tested cross-chain network, trusted across the crypto space with just a $50,000 integration. PulseChain can instantly connect to major networks, Ethereum Layer 2's Base, Solana, and more. That's fantastic, isn't it? That's so useful. Honestly, this is a game changer, guys. These are some of the frustrating. We have to use, a few little, tricks in here and there, right, to do things like this. And of course, Liberty swaps may help make that easier. With no middle layers slowing you down, the single upgrade instantly expands PulseChain's reach to over 90% of all active crypto liquidity, a leap that would normally take years to achieve. So fantastic from Liberty. Change now, and now we're going to have obviously Hyperlane. So let's have a quick look at the website. That is Hyperlane now. Oh, pretty snazzy, isn't it, too? Look at all the chains and apps. Oh, man, it's going to open up a new world, guys. A new world. Look at that, 8 billion bridged. So that is fantastic. Look at that. That is huge. So looking good. Permissionless expansion there, customized security. That is huge. Look at that. What a great website, too. I'm really liking this website. How it works. Deploy now. Build it for me. Deploy Hyperlane. Create warp route. Wow, that's great. That's great. So awesome stuff. There right now, and of course you can hit the bridge now. Should we do that? We'll click the button. I don't know what it's going to do. Unexus there, org. There we go. So it's a nice little swap page. Not bad. It's going to have PulseChain on it soon. Going to PulseChain, yeah, boy. All right, so that's pretty exciting. And man, it really is ramping up. Their proven security, audited, open source, built by a visible, accountable team, trusted across the ecosystem, and so on. And looking pretty good. This means official ramp now can, of course, roll out the first ever direct fiat on ramp for the US as well, so the United States, where all the money is there. Buy assets straight with the USD, and ramp now is already proven. So as you guys know, Trump is laying the foundation for the golden age of America, and that means a lot of money. And now we've got access to that capital, not only on all 150 chains, but also into America as well. It is huge, guys, and that's why we're going to spend a bit of time here on it, because it is massive. Game changers are great. It's been a huge enabler there. Why it matters to you, every barrier moved, because every barrier moved means more users, more activity, stronger demand for PulseChain assets. This is growth that strengthens the entire ecosystem. And yes, it grows, that strengthens your position too. And of course, they did a capital raise for that. And of course, they had a big donor come in and, deal with all that. So awesome stuff there for Hex Scout. Well done, team. It takes, they have to do all the effort, right, to make it happen. And they're making it happen for all of you guys out there, which is pretty awesome. Now, obviously, Hex Scout itself does Hex portfolio management, which is pretty cool. Number one Hex management app for Hex, so definitely check that out. I'm going to leave the link to Hex Scout in the chat there if you guys want to check out in more detail. They had a bit more in another post there as well. You can definitely check that out too. So kind of cool. Actually, we might just read that sub post as well, because they may have something in it. No, we've covered all that, so that's cool. All right, so the other big news, of course, so we have got massive news. These are massive items, guys. I cannot say it enough. These are really big things. These are things that we hope for, and we're getting to happen, right? And I did say, we're going to have many big protocols launched, but we're getting lots of surprise protocols as well, because you know why? Because we're getting into that takeoff time. Now, there is the marketing coming up that's possibly, within the next week, if we remember timeframes rightly. So Richard Hart on the move, and we've got all these on ramps on the move at the same time. Everything is kind of converging, getting us set up for the bull run ahead. Now, that doesn't mean that instantly we go up, right? Because obviously, if we have any of the PulseChain sacrifice reserve, they probably, the logical thing there is just to let it go up in value with the ETH price, right? And then use it. We saw that in the last bull market. But it does feel like Richard's going to be doing some things ahead of the curve, obviously around marketing and other things. So it's going to be interesting trying to get all the timing right on that. But definitely we're getting ready for that bull move. And Richard has indicated he wants to move early, at least on some components of that whole thing. So it's going to be pretty exciting. Now, obviously, we've got Rackham as well. We've got the whales. Now, actually, we're going to pull up something here. Let me pull something up here because I want to. There's another story I want to talk about quickly as well. So if we're going to talk about Rackham, we've got to talk about the other whale on PulseChain. So let's pull it up too. And let's see here. We're going to talk about that. Bam, bam, bam. We had quite a lot of cool stuff happen. So let's see here. So bam, we're not going to be watching it, but we're going to talk about it. So let's go back into screen. If you've got any more comments, let us know in the chat there. If you've got any comments, let us know. Don't forget to share the show out as well on X. That is the link there, right there. Smash it out. And so we've got Rackham ratcheting things up. So he's going to be launching multiple protocols, at least 3 minimum that we know of at the moment. And he's been providing little teasers here. We've covered part of it before, but it's really interesting to look at, right? So he has got Briar token, of course, which is his main token. He's going to support. It's created by, I think it was Ace or somebody, but it's going to be supported. And you can see he's got the swapping mechanism in there. So he's getting into the big game. And it's not just for the PulseChain community, I believe, that he's setting this up, but it's actually for all the people he wants to onboard. So he might very well have a much bigger picture, and I suggest to you he does around bringing in major capital and users, possibly from Saudi Arabia and definitely from America, into the chain and through his platform, no doubt, right? That's where he makes a lot of money. So that would be pretty interesting to see that play out. And it's a very, very streamlined. Now, it does appear that he's bought some company as well for $100,000. He got it super cheap on sale. And so he's got finding all the cheaper ways to get these premium sites up that people will like. So that was pretty cool from Rackham. We've seen more teasers from Rackham, right? So this is coinwell.io. So coinwell.io, and that looks like a sort of a portfolio management site here with AI. So it's kind of cool. We've got little teasers coming out from that as well. And of course, he's got this one here, which I think is the most interesting. So it's got all these terminals and updating, I guess, blockchain or price data. And so, it's pretty neat, though. It looks pretty cool. You could probably do a protocol like this. Actually, remember that we've covered this before, but nuke the supply, where they're nuking all their supply with nukes. Well, it's kind of got that kind of look, doesn't it? And this reminds me back in the day of the movie. What's the movie called? I've just forgotten. War Games. The movie War Games, and had this sort of stuff on it, which is kind of cool. Everyone likes a terminal type of views. So, pretty cool there. And he's got Coinwell and Coinarchy, right? So 2 websites here. So pretty cool. More features here, of course, on video with Coinwell. So we're getting more teasers here. And you can see it's got an AI agent on it, basically, or AI operating, where you can ask it questions about your portfolio. And you can see the breakdown here. It looks like a block explorer with tokens, NFTs, DeFi, and history. So we've got a block explorer built in from the looks of it. So it's kind of cool. And you can see it's asking questions to the AI. So it's kind of neat there too. What else do we have? Let's just scroll up here. We had Coinarchy in this time. So instead of Coinwell, we had Coinarchy. It's got home and swapping. So obviously Coinarchy's got the swap side on it, so we can swap coins. And he's going to be, and he calls it a Jarvis, right? Jarvis is the AI assistant. It's got a Jarvis AI assistant on there too, which is pretty cool. Now he is going to be limiting the coins that go on there, so it's not everybody is everyone welcome. So Coinwell and Coinbound there. Know for a fact that every last one of these cringe influencers. So he's talking about people getting listed, and then of course he's got Coinwell and Coinbound, our own gatekeepers. Now, so he's going to make sure that he's got the coins that he considers quality on the site, which is fair enough, and that's what people do with Coinbase. It's very centralized, not very decentralized, of course, but this is where he's going to bring his big capital on there. So, it's once again, he controls it, so it is what it is. And there we go. So we'll see what coins end up on there. Obviously, people that have been friendly and supportive will probably make the list if they meet quality standards as well. So we see some more pictures of Coinaki there with the swapping and portfolio management. It looks very much like Coinbase or something, doesn't it? A little bit. It's got all the hex stakes on there right now with all the breakdowns. So it's kind of neat. And a Briar there, you can ask it questions about your portfolio. That's Coinaki. And then you had little snapshots here of another one called Coinbound. So Coinbound, that was a partnership I think they're having with Coinbound. And we're going to promote this to the entire world. So Coinbound there is going to be doing promoting, is it? Yeah, award-winning 3 marketing. So Coinbound's been around for a long time. I think Richard Hart even has talked about it before. It looks like they're going to get big marketing behind these platforms. So he's not mucking around when he launches these. And so they're coming up, Coinwell and Coinaki. He's been doing a lot of giveaways, of course, building the kudos as well. And up here, what else? We got... I get to pick and choose the coins on Coinwell and Coinaki. So there we go. If you've been nice to them, you get preferential treatment. There we go. That's pretty much the way it goes. Now he's looking at logos. So this is only 11 hours ago. I haven't actually seen this part, so this is all new for me. So that's kind of cool. Logo opinions, please. So he's got Coinwell here. And he's got a whole array of those. I don't know which one. I think I kind of like the Coinwell one at the bottom right. What do you guys reckon? And the bottom left. Maybe the arrow as well. Maybe those ones. Obviously, the closer to PulseChain colors, the better, right? I think. And then he's got Coinaki as well. Has he got the same images on these? He has, but it's just changed the name out. We got. You're gonna have to split one of those 3 there. I think. Maybe the one at the top there is the arrows, but yeah, that's probably that. So Coinaki, let us know in the chat if you guys got any opinions on those. So that is from Rack and Michelle. Let's see what anyone else said. So let's see where that goes. What else? 8 hours ago. No longer accepting direct messages. All coin promotion requests refused. Please direct all marketing, media, and press inquiries to Coinbound and Coinbound there. Please direct all. So Coinwell, Coinaki, Coinmorph, Coin Mentor, and Coin Division IO related issues. So he's got even more now. So he's got like 6 different products on the looks of it. And he's got here, the front man now is Triple Dad. Congratulations, Triple Dad there. So it used to be Steve Hitson. I guess Steve Hitson's doing some other stuff these days. But he's got Triple Dad there doing the front person now, which is you're going to be busy, Triple Dad. You're going to be busy. He's going to be busy. But he's a perfect community person to do stuff like that. So kind of cool. All right, so who else we got on there? Let me just jump over it. That's pretty much it. So lots of activity happening amongst the whales, and that's pretty cool. Which brings us on to our other public whale, which is Fire Whale. And he did a really cool interview with RH Max, and he dropped a little bit of alpha in this as well. Now, if you're in Strategy Club, you would have heard about the alpha that he dropped. Other than that, you would have to watch the video, right? So that was with Fire Whale. And, of course, he's SolidX, right? The founder of SolidX. And he's got the big X game decentralized casinos coming and much, much more. Big influences, big network effects, big marketing. It's all coming with Firewell and the good news. I should go back to Rack and Michelle first of all. So he's going to be launching some of these sites within the next 27 days. So we're talking about, launching but by mid-September. So everything's lining up. We're going to have those new bridges come, 150 bridges. We're going to have his sites launching by mid next month. And then we're going to have Firewell says that his are only 4 to 6 weeks away. So everything is happening, guys, on PulseChain. If you think that PulseChain's not much happening, well, there's huge things. All the whales are moving in the next 4 to 6 weeks. And we've got the big on-chain stuff. It's really happening, guys. Money is coming. Major products are launching, and all at the right time, right place. And of course, we've got all these big entities buying Ethereum. It really is game on. We're always going to have little up and downs in the market, as you guys know. It's as part of markets. But man, it's getting exciting. And of course, this week coming up, we've got Unity launching from Cryptographics, and that's, I think, going to be massive for PulseChain. And we're already seeing it doing really good success on Ethereum, but I think even on PulseChain, I think adoption is going to even be bigger and bigger. And it's going to burn a lot of PulseX. So that's coming up And I may very well have an interview tomorrow. I do have an interview with Cryptographics on Unity tomorrow, so I look forward to that. That's going to be Sunday US time, but Monday Australia and New Zealand time. So I look forward to that's coming up as well. So yeah, all these cool things happening. And yeah, if you want to get the alpha, join our strategy club, or you can watch the stream there. Pretty neat there with Firewell, and he drops a few little bits there. A little bit of teasers about what's going on. So that's kind of cool with the news. So really awesome stuff happening on PulseChain, Pulse Gains. And of course, let's get into the next thing there. Valiant says, greetings, Jarvis was the name of Iron Man's AI assistant. Mary Rackham is styling himself as Tony Stark of crypto. Well, at least Tony Stark of PulseChain, right? Which may be equivalent at some stage. Who knows? As we get into the bull market. But good observation there, Valiant. Dave 828 on PulseChain since PulseChain launched on the 13th of May 2023, and was a full system stake fork of Ethereum. That means all the assets were copied over. That's the PRC 20s or ESC 20s, the 721 contracts, the 1155s, and many other 404s were new, relatively new, but lots of different contracts copied over and over to PulseChain at that time. So, and since that time, we've veered off into our own future. But still with the battle-tested chain, and we have well over 50,000 validators. And of course, will we get a PulseChain strategic reserve set up as well? And so that is something that could be huge, right? Potentially, because we have the same robust chain, right? So let's see how it goes. We got Pulse at the moment is quadruple 0508. That's up 0.75% today, so it's nice to be up slightly today. And we're at 51% of the main sacrifice price. It feels like we're stuck around here, doesn't it? Feels like we're stuck around here, but it's probably a good thing, consolidating around the 50%, because it means that when we do get a move on, we're going to be moving well over a 1-to-1 ratio, probably 2-to-3 ratio on the next move when we get that big move, and then up and away after that. PulseX at the moment, quadruple 0384, and that is sitting at 38% of the main sacrifice price, so you've still got the opportunity. But as we say, all the big players are starting to roll out over the next 4 to 6 weeks. Things are going to look very different, I think, by the time we get to October, right to October. So it's going to be cool. We've got marketing from Richard Hart within the week, potentially landing in the United States and distribution, maybe taking a few weeks potentially. And so, yeah, we're going to be busy over the next 4 weeks, I would say, in the United States, delivering those electronic devices, etc. We've got multiple freightments of ships coming in for that. And of course, it's going to be going not beyond the US as well. So it's going to be huge. Multi-millions, I guess, of millions of electronic devices from Richard Hart. And then we've also obviously got Rack and Rochelle dropping his protocols within the next 27 days, at least some of those 6. And then we've got obviously Firewell within the next 4 to 6 weeks, launching unbelievable multi-chain products there, at least on 4 chains, I think, to start with. And we've got Unity launching this week. And much more. So, and then we've got those on-chain 150 chains coming. It's a beautiful time, isn't it? And what a beautiful time to be at PulseChain. Right, we got PulseX right now. So yeah, we got up 1% on PulseX today. Inc at the moment, $1.92 is pretty much flat. And we've got Hex at the moment at 1.1 cent, which is up, down 7/10 of a penny. And EX at 900th of a penny. Combined price EX and PX is at 1.29 cents right now. Looking at the gas prices, let's see what we're at to. Under 1 million beats, so it's pretty cool. 2 cents for a PulseX swap, super cheap on PulseChain. Validators, 52,684. So we've got plenty of people supporting the chain there. And the bridge, let's see where that is at right now. We're at $106.3 million. Recent high was about 110.8 or something like that. I do have a snapshot from the 8th, so we'll quickly look at that. I'm sure it's the 8th. Yeah, so the 8th. So that how many days ago? That is maybe 9 days ago, 8-9 days ago. And we had ETH at 67.26. We now got ETH at 655.8. So we're down, maybe 175 ETH there. USDC is down about 100,000 on the DAI, but now we've got DAI added to Liberty Swap, right? So you can now bridge in DAI from ETH, which is fantastic. And then, of course, we've got Hex is down obviously about $1 million in price value. I think the tokens are down slightly tokens are down slightly, 30 million. USDC is down about 100,000 as well, probably closer to 90,000. And then Coast is the same. And USD Tether is the only one that's up, guys. It's the only one that's up, and that is up $130,000. So USD Tether is the odd one out there. And Bitcoin is pretty similar to what we had 9 days ago. So there we go. We've lost some ETH, lost some DAI, we've lost some USDC, but we've gained some USD Tether. So that is the major move over the last 9 days on the bridge. And the bridge there, what was the bridge value at the time? 107.4. So we're not too bad over that period. 107.4. So we're only down 1.1 million from over the last 9 days, which not the end of the world, is it? We're over 100 million. That was the key thing, getting back over that. Remember, we got down to what was it, 48 million or something. We're back up at 106. So let's take the wins. We're getting ready to rumble. All right, let's get into the chain there. 19.2 million. What were we at yesterday? About 42, some bizarre number up there. But today, 19.2 million. We are on a lazy weekend, so take that into account. We've got top performers. Now, obviously, I'm not endorsing any of these. We're just kind of looking at them. I'm going to ignore the first one, the full send token, probably from Pump Tires or something. That's got no volume on it. But we're going to go to number 2, which is Zendog, and that's been around for 6 months, apparently, from the Pump Tires, up 6,000%. So someone's just pumped that out of nowhere from the looks of it. Let's have a quick look at that one. Yeah, they got pumped out of nowhere. So chart manipulation, but that's been pumped out of nowhere. I'm not sure if there's any news around that. You might have to check the Twitter account, but that's been pumped as well. I'm just looking at trying to see any Blue's Clues amongst the description there. But there we go. That got pumped out of nowhere. So anyway, that is up major. We've got DevCon, been around for 2 hours. We've got all these new coins, man. I don't know. We've got tons of new coins sitting around here. That is been around for 2 hours. That's up 1,067%. We'll have a quick look at it. Obviously not endorsing any of these. We get tons of new tokens, but we're just going to see whether we can notice anything about any familiarities. They've got websites, so check it out. Now, what else there? We've got Trillionaire School Bus. That's been around for 7 hours as well. That is up 80%. We'll have a quick look at that. And what is its description down here? Lots of words. Lots of words. All right, so that is pretty much it from that Trillionaire. We've got Quartus, around 7 hours, well, up 50%. And then we got Brian from the TV show. Been around for 6 days, up 46% still, but down pretty hard the last 6 hours. Then we got Mira, Bridge Star here, been around for 7 hours as well, up 41%. We'll have a quick look at this, but obviously not endorsing any of these. They're all Night of the Flighters. And that's same founder, right? Same setup there with this Mira Ropey. I'm not sure who set that up because I haven't been able to check any of the telegrams, but that's pretty much it. We got Peacock, of course, PulseChain Peacock from Liberty Swap, up 32%. So still managing to show some strong interest there. And actually, the chart looks pretty amazing, doesn't it, really? And let's have a look at the RSI on this. This is from Liberty Swap, of course. And let's see whether this is going to continue its strength here. RSI sitting at 63. So, yeah, it's got room to move if it wants to go up there. Let's have a look. That's a 4 hourly. Let's look at the daily. I don't think we have a print there. We'll just start printing an RSI. It's not quite oversold, but it's certainly up there. But, we'll see. Maybe it's going to dip down a little bit from here. We shall see. It's certainly got a little bit of room to move up. But maybe it just capitulates a little bit over the next day. We'll see. A little bit unclear, just with using one indicator. What else there? We got PulseChain, been around for 11 days. It's up 18%. We've got Staked ETH, of course, one of the fork copies. So we're finally getting to an actual fork on PulseChain rather than Pump Tires or something new. Well, our first top fork here is Staked ETH. And this is, of course, when PulseChain copied Ethereum, copied over, these copies, and Staked ETH is one of them. And that is up 17%. Let's have a look at that chart to see how it's going. Now, as you guys know, what is the shared psychology of buying and trading? Well, it's actually it's kind of in the middle now, isn't it, of where it's been. Definitely got an uptrend in place. Some sort of wedge is it, and it looks like it's about to break out actually to the upside. So keep a look out for that on the old Staked ETH. Let's have a look at the RSI too. Pull that in just as a basic guide. It's got plenty of room to move in the RSI. So yeah, we might see it very well break up there. Looking very good actually, potentially. Add some moving averages and stuff like that. Could be kind of cool. I don't know what Brendan thinks about that. Let us know in the chat. We got Remember from OG Webship, been around for 3 months, up 12.5% there. Dump Tires right now is up. Dump Tires there, moving around a little bit here. That is been around for 13 days, up 9%. Surf Token from Crypto Paradise on a bit of a move. Big shout out to Crypto Paradise team. And they are crushing it, aren't they, on stream? So they're the other big channel, like the Crypto Night Show, that does daily shows. And they've just moved to that the last, 3 weeks maybe, something like that. And they're fantastic, aren't they? So we've got Nick Hellman, we got Nate there, and we got Amaru. Those 3 guys just absolutely crushing it. And they've got a big DAO. Other than PGC, I guess they're kind of the other big DAO on PulseChain, and they're a lot cheaper entry, though, aren't they? A lot cheaper entry, and they had a big whale sell out, and so it's a good time to pick that up. 200,000 tokens on Crypto Paradise gets you into the DAO, and you get access to some of the trading profits, I believe, as well. I'm not sure if it's on the 200,000 level, but definitely on some of those levels of the DAO, and they've been crushing it with those trading profits. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I think you may have to add extra capital for those. I have to double check that, but that is pretty cool. 1.2 cents, a nice little bounce back today. RSI definitely low. So yeah, maybe Chef token there looking pretty good. So big shout out to the team. Keep up the great streams as well. What else have we got? Doge there right now. Doge is this is the pump tires version. Is up 8%. Let's have a quick. We'll go time dividend actually. Time dividend up 6.8% as well. KG, of course, getting on to change now's little X space. Not so little, right? Not so little. But is that now 34 hundredths of a penny? So, is that a giant? It's a lopsided W. I don't know, Brennan. This is a lopsided W. I don't know if this qualifies. So let me know, Brennan, if you're still watching. But I don't know. That looks a bit rough. But if it is a solid W, then man, that could break out pretty major. 34 hundredths of a penny. So yeah, we are expecting time to re-rate quite strongly during the bull market. Had over 80,000 downloads, right? And it's got basically got swapping fees that are pretty handsome, so that would all go up in value. So we expect that to re-rate just like the DEXs on the old internet money. PulseChain's native wallet, pretty much, right? Liquid loans down here up 6% at the moment. Obviously, we're looking for a lot more people to do a lot more capital from that 50 million raise to probably enter liquid loans. It'd be quite nice if they help the chart along. Liquidity pretty thin, 184 relative to the size. It was the third biggest capital raise. Let's put it sacrifice raise, however you want to describe it, which was over $50 million, right? $50 million in that liquid loans. So obviously had PulseChain, PulseX, and then liquid loans. Timing was everything. Your mum right now up 6% at the moment as well. Been around for 3 months on the old pump tires. X has been around for a year, and this is up 5.8% at the moment. Fitzgerald Company been around for 3 months, 5 months, 5 months actually, from the looks of it. And this is held by four guys, right? Four guys, and based around, I think, a building company, isn't it? Somewhere, one of those countries. That is the building picture there. Had some retrace profit taking, and I've seen these kind of setups before with a couple guys holding the tokens, and I've seen just one of those guys sell. So that's my criticism. Obviously they have best intentions, and you can help create an upside up into the right token, but I'm just cautious about that. I know many of you are probably involved in it, but you're basically trusting your bags, and it might be maybe they do, maybe they never really sell. I know that's the case, but you are putting a lot of faith in it, so just take note. But maybe it's a better play than many other protocols out there. So maybe your probability bets there, your risk adjusted probability is in your favor. You can decide. But I do have seen those not work out before. What else there? We've got a Tropa at the moment is up 3.8%. It's 17 cents. We've got Teddy Bear there as well, up 3.7% as well. So obviously a lot of controversial, I would say now, gone from probably more favorable to controversial now around Teddy Bear and James Maria's activities, obviously with chain extractions being the main criticism. So you can follow more on that. I think with was it CryptoSolve? I think may do commentators, not some people like that. So you can check out those sort of stuff. We've got pump tires right now at 1.7 cents. I know that Firewell wasn't too happy with James Maria talking about about the stuff he's doing. So you can decide, go and decide. It's not something really typically we get into, but this is some of the criticisms we have seen out there. What else there? What else we got? We got PulseChain, Animal and House. Good afternoon, people. Good afternoon to you. Hope you're doing well, and welcome to the chat. Love the PulseChain colors there. With Frank White, bang bang Pulse gang. So a big shout out to Frank White. Of course, he does Pulse Start, which is a map of the whole PulseChain ecosystem, and he's building out more and more. It looks like you got a lot more projects coming, Frank, from Rack and Michelle, and maybe even some of these other protocols from Hex Scout and Unity's coming. There's so many things coming down that are really heavyweight players on the chain. So yeah, bring it on. Christine in house there. What's your favorite crypto in the PulseChain ecosystem? Just curious. Well, this is a tricky question you're asking me here, Christine. Here's a tricky question. Now, if you're in the PulseChain Strategy Club, which links in the video description, it's only $35 a month to join that up, which is fantastic. I have a PulseChain top 10 in there, so that would probably be your full answer, more than one. But if you were going to, peg me down, as it were, I would say PulseX or incentive tokens. So I know it's two, but one of those two is probably fine. Probably PulseX is a traditional type of play, incentive token with probably better, supply numbers, but unlimited, right? So limited. So PulseX is being burned up. So probably PulseX is probably the way I would generally say to people to get into, and that's the safe play, right? Those are what we call the Richard Hart cores. So yeah. Now everything beyond that is more speculative. Now I think some probably have got very high probabilities that they're going to radically outperform, of course, Richard Hart cores. But you can check out the Crypto Night Show top 10 with that. And we are waiting for the bull market for those to play out. So just remember that. At the moment, of course, we're not quite there. We're at the inflection point, the turning point. We're at the beginning of the new era of PulseChain since we defeated the SEC on the 7th of July. When I say we, I mean Richard Hart and his lawyers. You get my point. We're all part of the same crew. What else do we got? PDI says PulseChain Animal. PDI has definitely been doing very well, and of course, Betterbank has been crushing it. So Betterbank was a major protocol that just launched recently on PulseChain, and within, I don't know, was it a week? They did about 12.25 million in total value lock, which is probably the most successful one we've had for some time launch. So we're expecting more big protocols like that launching over the next month or two. So it really is game on for PulseChain. PulseChain's total value locked is on the rise, and we're just getting warmed up, just getting started. We're going to go from, I think we're about 360 million overall, and I think we're going to be heading to into the multi-billions for PulseChain, multis, and hey, look, wouldn't be surprised if we get into tens of billions with the PulseChain SAC coming out, right? That's naturally going to lead us into the tens of billions and maybe even $100 billion on PulseChain. So yeah, it's the first time I've said that, but that's all where the numbers lead us, right? So kind of cool. And with people like Sun Minimal, maybe some Richard's strategy, we could definitely have the potential heading into a $1 trillion chain. Yeah, you just heard me say it. I just said it, and it's out there now, out there in the ether. We got there PulseChain Animal and PulseX. PulseX, PulseX was not too bad. What's yours, Christine? Yeah, Christine, let us know as well. We got Valent in house there. PDI and Rat Bitcoin are my favorites. What do you think about Liberty? Yeah, Liberty, it's a new one. We've got so many existing ones. I'd rather go with the better plays. But yeah, Liberty's out there. Rat Bitcoin, get one Rat Bitcoin. Yeah, it's definitely part of your portfolio you could have. And what else there? All right, so you guys having a chat there between Christine and PulseChain Animal, so I'll let you guys do that, and let's move on. So we got X Game Top Hat, sorry, at number 29. It's up to 2.8%. We got X Game, of course, which is part of Firewhale's ecosystem, and we've got our own X Game portal, right? We've set up that in the Crypto Night Show. You can join up to that. I think the link's in the video description. We've got Rhinofy, which we've been talking about as well. They've got the charging cycle, which is a pretty special tokenomics that they've got. They're basically from their taxes. That's a reflex token, reflection token, and they've got a 6% buy-sell tax now. They're now in the second cycle, and so they put that goes into their recharge, and they burn 50% every month. They over the 28-day period, and of course they keep 50% from the previous period. So they're always adding to that and building back. So if they get really good volume, then they go up and up and up. It's sort of a positive flywheel there. But they're at 1/10 of a penny right now. And then we've got Curve there at number 33. That's been around, I think, Pump Ties as well version. That's 1.6%. Sparta has been around for 4 months. That's a Hex DAO, right? So Sparta there, 1.2%. DAO token, Pump Tires at 1.2%. Hidden Vault, I think, is a Pump Tires. That's at 1% as well. Most Wanted, Pump Tires, up 1% there. One of the Richard Hart tickers, they say. We've got PDC The Greys, of course. One of the juggernauts. They're probably the biggest DAO on PulseChain, right? It's kind of, if you're going out, Christine, if you're going outside of Richard Hart cores, then you're starting to look at, a big DAO, blue chip DAOs like PDC The Greys. That's kind of the play. They have big influences, lots of people invested, and a big community. So that's kind of where you're starting to get into blue chips, I would say. We've got PulseX there. We're obviously sitting there at number 39 at 1%. So we're really getting not too many gains now, but we're getting a little bit of light here amongst some of the top leaders here. I'm not going to go through too many of these. We'll just do some honorable mentions now after the top 40. We've got SolidX here at the moment, $12.48 from Firewhale. And of course, we're talking about 4 to 6 weeks before launch. So this is going to be getting pretty interesting on the old price there. He's talked about $100 on the news and potentially $1,000 in the future for the old SolidX with the buy and burn and the multi-chain strategy. Of course, a full-on decentralized crypto casino with some pretty good animations based on what we've seen for X game, which is a crash game. And we're expecting at least 4 games, I believe, coming out of the gate. So at least pretty quickly after each other. So that's the play there on the SolidX, $12.50 right now. What will it be inside 2 months from now? And then, of course, we've got Best Everything there, another one of the pump tires associated with Richard Hart. And then we've got pump tires die. So everyone's talking about P die in the chat there. We've got multiple dies. We've got pump die there. We've got good die, which some people see as good. I'm not sure, but you got good die. And then we've got the fork die, which everyone's after, right? The P die. We got UFO, of course, associated with PGC. And UFO there right now is at number 55, up slightly green, 9mm there as well. One of the big, the second biggest decks here is up, just up slightly. Now, we're expecting all the dexes to re-rate, as we say, 9-inch, 9mm. And, of course, Hexibastard is back now, so hopefully he'll show a bit of leadership there and get some cool things coming out from 9-inch, which he's teased about a week ago or so. Then we got the big Soil Sun Mini, or the big corporate on PulseChain, and that is currently sitting flat pretty much at 4.7 cents, so just under 4.8 cents there. Now we've got incentive tokens sitting at $9.58, $1.91, and let's see if that gets over $2 again. Beast there from OG Web Chef at the moment, number 59, down slightly, and then the Alamo, right? The old Alamo is there as well, just below flatness, and then GoPulse, of course, 10 cents. Set pretty flat. Now it's been ranging, isn't it? Pretty much between 10 and 12 cents from my memory. And then we've got Hex there at number 63, sitting at 1.1 cents. What else there? Big bonus coin there from 9-inch exchange. That's their version of the incentive token, sitting at 1 cent at the moment, actually. 1 cent, and it's down slightly. Communists, everyone loves the communists apparently in the West. They like destroying their own countries, but apparently they vote for the Greens and stuff like that. They're sitting there at the moment is at 66, down slightly. What else we got going here? Finvesta is at $9.78. It's kind of the parent of the OG Web Chefs, down 1.5% there. Let's see how we got Trump pump tires there at the moment, down 3%. ALGO on the back of Hex derivative, that's up down 3.5% right now. When Hex got on a rebound, of course, it's going to be a leverage play, right? So expect that to be cool. What else there? We've got a lot of the Pulsalium new farm, the latest farm on PulseChain. It's got one of their 3 reward tokens there, the Blitz there as well. And we've got Hex A down here at number 91, down 14.5% right now on these reward tokens for Pulsalium. So we'll see where they land. But we've also got this recent, pump tires, Finger Monkey, which was doing well the last couple of days, is on a bit of a pullback at the moment, down 10%. We've got Peppy Pump Tires is down 9% as well. Teddy Takeover from, that's supported big time by Moon King and Ian Heinrich there is down 5.5% right now, sitting at 0.3 of a penny. Let's have a quick look at that one because that's down quite a bit there. Look at that. So, it's had a nice little retrace though. Was down all the way down here at 0.1 of a penny, and it had been almost up at 1 cent. So it was quite a retrace, and it's back up here. So, we'll see how that goes. That's on the weekly. Let's go to the daily. And we can see that it's actually cooled off there 47. So it's got higher lows, higher highs. So it seems to be holding on to this horizontal support as well. So this may very well be the bottom here, and it may very well go up once we get a bit of turn in the PulseChain sentiment. So it might be a nice little entry there. Obviously, do your own financial advice. Not financial advice. But Briar there, of course, Rackham Michelle's. Well, he's got all his protocols launching within the next 27 days. So are we going to see big things from him? I don't know. What do you guys reckon? We got his chart here, and this is Brian Mincoin. He says that now he didn't launch this. I think it was Ace that launched it, if I remember right. You got to check, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's right. And we had the 00098 right now on the price, and he says that that's going to be a big part of his platform. So hey, look, we might have not too long to go. It's definitely down the Fibonacci. You can see the Fibonacci here says that 00083, and it's at 9800 here. Yeah, we haven't used the Fibonacci for a while, but here it is. And we can see that it's just above that right now. Has bounced off it before on the 5th of August. There is a 4-hourly chart, and we're above that right now. And the RSI is pretty chilling around 40. So we'll see how we get on. But with not less than 27 days away, we may see Briar there add to his Coinwell, or whatever a platform was that we talked about. There's like 6 of them now. Got to remember all the names. I'll get there, but give us a go. So that's kind of the play there right now on the old Briar token from Rackham Michelle. So we've got SolidX from Firewell, and Briar there supported by Rackham. and we'll see what else he comes up with in the future. No doubt he's going to launch. I think he's going to launch some other token as well. I bet your bottom dollar. Bet your bottom dollar. Once he got that platform up, his own platform up and running, come on, guys. It's too much creative. We're in crypto after all. So people like to be creative, right? So kind of cool. Let's see. Where else are we going? We got some more comments here. We got Fat Sammy in the house there. Big shout to Fat Sammy, another PulseChain influencer out there, and a supporter of Pulse Bitcoin, doing a great job there, moving that up into the bull market. New ETH Treasury wallet started accumulating, buying huge amounts of ETH off Kraken, says Fat Sammy. That's fantastic. Yeah, we did do a whole review of that at the beginning. I'm not sure if the one you're referring to, but yeah, we got lots of big ones coming up in the Fat House there, so pretty cool. All right, awesome. So we're at an hour and 15 minutes, which is normally where I'd finish, but I want to do a quick look at Taurus. So let's have a quick look at Taurus. Now, I will be doing an interview tomorrow with cryptographics on Unity, which is Taurus. Taurus is on Ethereum and Titanx, but it's going to be launching on PulseChain on between the 18th and the 20th. So we're only, within the next 48 to 72 hours or so, somewhere like that. So it's exciting. It's going to be exciting. This is going to be a massive, I think, protocol on PulseChain. And fun times ahead. So this is Taurus. Let's have a quick look at how it's performing. We're not going to add up all the stuff because I'm only going to do a couple of minutes on this today. And we're currently sitting at 6.3% liquid, which is 1,880 coins. Now, this was 2,100 coins earlier today, so someone must have bought some and probably staked it, is my guess. Or if they got them created, they may have they got out and then they've gone and staked them. So that's a really good news. This platform is behaving amazingly to the upside. We've got 21,657 coins a year. Now, we are expecting about 1,500 coins out today. So today is out of the next few days. Today is the big day. So we've got 1,500 coins. So we'll see how the market goes today. Price is currently at $7.10. So we've already had a little bit of selling, right, into this move. So we do have the big coins coming out today. So whether most of them have come out already, I do not know. But that is where we are right now at the 21. So we'll let that ride. The next couple of days, we've got a few hundred, not too bad. Leading into day 40, 41, and then we start ramping up once we start getting to day 43, I think it is, and day 47. Of course, as you guys know, is the next big day. We have a big jump, about 12,000 coins come out on day 47. So we've still got a few days to go. We're on day 38 right now, so we've still got another 9 days or so before we get to that next big step jump in supply dynamics. So that's kind of the play right now. 3.29 billion shares, 222 billion Titanx has been burned. And of course, on PulseChain, when it launches on Unity, this is going to be PulseX, right? This will be PulseX burnt. So we're going to burn through PulseX. Now, I've heard varying numbers between 20x and 70x rate than the buy and burn on PulseX. We'll just stick with the 20x at the moment. And we'll investigate that with cryptographics tomorrow, the buy and burn impact. Now, obviously, that's cool. That's a major impact from the protocol, but really it's supposed to be a side thing from the actual, which is you making some really great rewards, returns there on staking, on a staking protocol. So we're going to talk about that tomorrow as well. So yeah, cryptographics show tomorrow. That's where we are. So look forward to seeing you there. And that's going to be a big show, I think. And we're going to plaster that everywhere, because I think Unity is going to be quite the game changer on PulseChain. It's going to burn massive amount of PulseX as well at a much faster rate than the buy and burn. So if you get a lot of volume through, then that's going to be more fulfilling, rate times volume, and it's game on. All right. Is that it? PulseChain Animal says hi again. Are you saying hi to, I guess you're saying hi to Fat Sammy there. We got Heidi Hi from PulseChain Animal. Big shout out there. I appreciate everybody in the comments, and I hope you guys have enjoyed the show. Obviously, we're on the same time as the PulseChain conference, which is always a little bit awkward. But hey, look, we're going to do the weekly roundup, so it's kind of cool. And I didn't do any show yesterday, and tomorrow I'll be doing cryptographics, which will be day 3 of the chain. But Unity is going to be massive, guys. You definitely don't want to miss out on it. It's going to be a fun time indeed. All right, so on that note, I'll leave it. I guess we'll go back to here. And we'll leave it with Richard Hart, because Richard Hart might have the final words. And of course, let's hear from him right now. All right. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Take care.
You could get a God candle at any moment. You could get a giant green candle at any moment, because it's easier to get them, because it takes less economic energy, because there's less of it for sale.
All right. Bye for now. Take care.